Hey guys, Travis Britt here with SOSPrep.com, and I want to make a quick video about some of the struggles that I've faced as far as getting my police officer certification transferred from Georgia to Florida. And it's going to be similar no matter where you're at, right? So what were some of the pain points that I ran into? The acronyms really killed me, guys. And if you can remember back, we forget about these acronyms because we get so used to just spitting them out after we've learned them, right? But if I think back on it, there was a ton of stuff. It was like learning a new language in the academy with all the acronyms. So I have my set of acronyms in Georgia, and then I decided I wanted to come to Florida, and they had a whole nother set of acronyms, right? So I was like, well, what's EOT? I had no idea. Equivalency of training, right? It's a mouthful. FDLE, Florida Department of Law Enforcement, State Officer Certification Exam. There's just so much going on. When I'd pull it up on a website, I was like, what do I have to do to get my certification transferred? Like, I'm proficient. I've been policing for over 10 years, right? Like, help me get to Florida, dude. I'm sick of this landlocked state with this poor leadership. Like, help me get out of here, right? So what does it look like? And I had a really hard time trying to figure out how to get down to Florida from Georgia. So I wanted to make this video to help you guys out and give you an idea of what it looked like. So what did I do? I got on the website and I started trying to figure things out, and it was pretty difficult because, like I said, we just talked about the acronyms, right? So Florida, they do things a little different in Florida, which is awesome. But I went to a sponsored academy, which meant that basically the department that I worked for ran their own academy. It was fellow officers that were running the academy. So it was like, hey, you're hired, and here's your start date at the academy. They do it differently in Florida. They contract all that out with the community colleges, right? So the basic recruit training programs are at the community colleges. So you're going to have to deal with these community colleges if you want to transfer your certification in. And a lot of the times, you guys remember back, if you think back to like college, they treat you like a college kid. So I was like, man, I'm not really ready to put everything on the line as far as that goes, because they're not being very helpful whenever I call. They're treating me like a kid. They're like, yeah, you can do this, you can do that. It's a couple $1,000. Let us know if you want to. And then it just kind of click, hang up, right? So I was like, what is going on here? So don't be intimidated by that, because the equivalency of training is pretty simple. It's just like 7 days of high liability, which is what Florida calls anything that can get a department sued, right? Can you handcuff somebody? Can you drive an emergency vehicle? Do you understand firearms safety? Just think about anything that could cost a department money. That's what they're going to make sure you're proficient on. And it's a check, yes or no. Like, can they shoot a gun? Can they run the Florida State course, which is not that difficult as far as a weapon goes? Can they handcuff? Do they understand what a single strand is and a double strand is? It's a lot of stuff that you guys are probably pretty familiar with already. It was pretty simple. I didn't think much of it. It was 7 days. It was pretty easy. What was a pain in the butt was getting ready for the state officer certification exam. So after you've knocked out your equivalency course, you have to move on, and basically you're on your own, right? Independent self-study plan as far as state officer certification exam. You have to become proficient in Florida law and the way that Florida does business, right? And they do things a lot differently than they did in Georgia, and I'm sure wherever you're at, it'll be different as well, right? Because these states, you know, they like to do their thing their way. So with that being said, you got 2 books from 1972, so they look like they were printed in 1972, a book called Basic Recruit, and you got a book called High Liability. And about 20 modules, about 1,000 pages, and they've got a bank of questions at Pearson VUE, which is where you'll sit down to take the exam, and you got to get an 80% on it, right? So it was pretty tough, and I was like, you know, at first I was like, man, there's no test that's going to give me a hard time as a cop. I've been policing for over 10 years, right? So that mindset can get you in trouble, because they want you to be mentally prepared or mentally like toned towards like being a recruit in the academy. And if you've been policing out on the streets for 10 years, you probably picked up some bad habits. I picked up some bad habits, and them asking you to go back and be a recruit is something you're gonna have to train your mind to do, right? So make sure you have a study plan in place. I provide them over at SOSPrep.com. I got some free stuff over there as well. I've got 17 pages of guided notes that I give out free, which is a study guide. The study guide goes along with my direct instruction and my videos that I have that are on my website, SOSPrep.com. But you can use that stuff for free if you want to. You can order your books at any of the community colleges, like Valencia College, for example, in Orlando. Basic Recruit is the book that you want. And then High Liability is the other book that you want. Get the latest version, 2021, 2022, 2023, if you can find it, if it's out, right? Because sometimes they kind of hold those books a little while before they are available to the public. So like I said, Travis Britt, guys, if there's anything I can help you guys with, you got any questions about real estate in Florida, what it looks like to transfer your certification over, anything, guys, hit them down in the comments. I try to answer everybody's questions. or you can email me up at info@copprep.com, COPPREP.com, info@copprep.com. Travis Britt with SOSPrep.com. Hit me up, guys, if I can help out. You want to get down here. Look at this, guys. It's absolutely gorgeous and beautiful, right? Sun everywhere in your face. Almost too sunny to record this video. First world problems. Have a good one, guys. Bye.